Well, you know me. I like to talk. Sometimes I talk way over people, so I be feeling bad. So stop me if I'm talking over you.
Hello, Miss Diana.
Hello, hello. Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. So I know you. A lot of people know you, but let introduce yourself really quick.
My name's Diana Le Bearby, and I'm with Ally Universal Security Services. I've been in the industry for about 7 years in the commercial industry as a business development and marketing manager. Prior to coming on, I'm fairly new with Ally. I've been with them for about not even quite a year yet, and prior to that, I was with Century Commercial Service.
And prior to that, you were with Court as well, right?
Court, yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of where you found your niche in the commercial industry, right?
Yes, yes. At Court, I was basically the higher education account rep who basically my vertical was all, colleges, higher ed. And my territory is all throughout California. But yeah, that's how I found my niche in commercial.
We have done a lot of events in the past, and so we've always kind of leaned on each other because we're vendors and we had similar clients in similar territories, and that's also the reasons why we had to kind of step back from each other because of our previous companies were a little bit of competitors, but now super happy that you're no longer. So
Yes.
that's really good.
So happy, girl. So happy because I miss you. I think you bring a lot of positive energy and yeah, so happy now I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. And so even though we've had our other like a little mini outside association stuff, what other associations are you a part of?
So I'm part of ACP. They don't really have a chapter per se. They're all throughout the Bay Area. So they target San Francisco, they just target East Bay, South Bay. So I was actually on a committee in that group as well, where I helped planned events. And being that I was at the time in Silicon Valley, I kind of, led the way for that.
I know what ACP is, but our viewers might not. So if you want to talk about that really quick, you can.
Okay. So ACP is Asian Commercial Professional. Don't let the name fool you. It doesn't mean that only Asian people are allowed to join. It was just started by two gentlemen who happened to be Asian. They just felt like they were getting buried from like association. Part of IFMA, CRE, BOMA, of course. My territory now is more East Bay and North Bay. So I'm in part of the North Bay Chamber of Commerce. I am in security. It's a lot of other associations, but so far those are the ones that I've kept.
You're usually on committees. Have you ever held a board? I can't really remember if you did or a board position or not.
I did I was vice president for BOMA emergency preparedness. So, but I was acting as president because Betsy, who was president at the time, was on maternity leave. So I was basically president, but title vice president.
Yeah.
And then at BCN, who I'm a part of, I was president, vice president, and then president.
So obviously you're very well versed in our CRE family and CRE industry. So that's just kind of something that I like to put out, and it makes you more relatable. That is also another reason why you have to get more involved. The more involved you get, the more people you know, the more you get out of it. But that takes more of a long-term, it's more of a long-term goal to get involved.
I love BOMA. BOMA, I swear I came into with Century, and I got into BOMA Silicon Valley, and I mean that chapter is just the bomb.
Yeah.
IFMA Silicon Valley is the bomb. And now coming over to BOMA East Bay, I mean, they rock, and they have helped me tremendously as far as getting my name out there, being able to network with other vendors and clients. So I have to say I owe it a lot to BOMA, to the big associations.
Yeah. Yep. Since you are so well versed in the associations, were there any fun, like really exciting events that you had through this pandemic that you would love to do again, or something that you just thought were really innovative that you've never seen before?
So you know what? Of course, we all want to be face to face again. I think everyone's so tired of this Zoom, deal. But what I can think back since the beginning in March of last year until now, of all the events that I've been on, I'd have to say the one we threw that had the magic show.
Oh,
That was pretty awesome. And it was like we invited everyone from every region, everyone, and it was a big turnout. And it was just pretty, it was pretty like the guide kept us intrigued, kept us, you know, uh, uh, not wandering her eyes off somewhere else. And then we were really engaged. Again, it's nothing like it is in person, but as far as event goes, I think that had to be one of the best. Maybe every other week, maybe every other 3 weeks, pop, maybe we would do bingo, like bingo tequila, where
that's
we'd put
fun.
the kit together and then send it out. We had like a meeting spot where clients would come pick up the kit. It's really cool kits of like snacks, tequila. There was 5 type of tequila. And oh my God, I'll tell you, I don't know what tequila does to you, honey, but tequila just made me really open up. And it was just fun, really nice and relaxing. And it made the clients who did come very just, it's really just a bunch of women getting together, kicking it. It just,
Seems that you've still been able to find your way to see people face to face throughout this
yeah.
time. But is there anything else that you miss? Obviously, yes, we miss seeing people in person, but anything else, or has anything else changed in your day to day that you didn't expect it to change? Or
I miss being I miss honestly, like probably everyone else, just the freedom to be able to just pick up and go. Um, Scheduling site walks are not as a luxury as it is, like it was before. And I miss being able to get in front of clients because, I mean, let's face it, talking to them, on the phone, emailing, or even talking to them through Zoom or what have you, it's just not the same as being in front of their face, sitting down, having lunch with them, and really getting to know them. And then that's when you can kind of build that relationship. And yeah, most of the time we go there with the goal of hopefully them using us for their needs. But again, just sitting down and talking to them and being just like that human factor and then and you know what, and this is what the big thing is, presenting on a deck of like PowerPoint through Zoom versus presenting with an actual printed document, all pretty packaged, and going through that is definitely different. So
do you think it's easier or harder or just different? Just
I think it's harder. I think it is harder to build a relationship. I think it's harder to sell. I think it's harder to, make the connection. I think it's hard. Overall, to me, it's harder since this pandemic has, kicked our butt.
did you learn anything new? Maybe that could
I
be.
learned to be patient with people. I learned that things just don't, happen like that because you're emailing people, you're calling people, you're leaving voicemail, and they don't get back right away.
Yeah.
So I learned to be a little bit more patient, and because you know me, Vanessa, I like to get things done.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this is the task, this is what we're gonna do. So, let's get it done. Well, that's not happening. It's
Yeah.
taking longer. You got to be a little bit more patient. You got to be, and that's where it's hard because you're unable to build that relationship to take you to that next level
Yeah.
of
You can't just
them
go
finding.
drive down the street and go see them anymore.
Right.
You have to actually physically and mentally wait.
In this industry, we make friends, and so you have a sense of connection to that person. And let's face it, you either click or you don't click with that person, right? And then so you either know that you're going to give business to that person or not, right?
Yeah.
But like, don't you worry like that you would have to go up against like a person you really like and a person you co-market with? You know what I mean? It's kind of like,
I mean, yes and no. That we had that transparency and we also had that friendship and also that relationship that even if we had to bid, it's not like it's personal, but it's not
yeah,
personal. Like
yeah, Yeah.
I understand that, like, there's enough business for everybody to go around. There's enough
Yeah.
business. Like, yes, it sucks that, like, if I heard somebody that's like specifically targeting my people, that's very
Yeah.
different than
Yeah.
you getting an opportunity and I get an opportunity, and then we both
Yeah.
get the opportunity to bid. Regardless,
Yeah.
that, like, those getting awarded isn't just getting awarded it. You know,
Yeah.
there's so many other
Yeah.
things that relay into it. What could be the professional, that could be the product, that could be the project manager. It could be so many different things, and you just have to
Yeah.
learn to, like, not take it as personal, but to protect that relationship with the person, not with the
Yeah.
company. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's like the only thing that
Yeah.
you can do, because again, you also have to remember, everybody moves, everybody
I mean,
changes.
I think it all works out and you're doing the right thing, and just to have the respect for the human, because at the end of the day, it is business, and we should all be mature enough to know that it is business. And if you're going up against a friend's company, then it is what it is. I mean, at
Yeah,
the end of the day, who's going to win is who's going to be able to deliver that service,
exactly.
deliver
Either to,
whatever it is, whatever it is on paper or whatever it is in person that they see, that client like. It is what it is.
yeah,
We're all trying to survive out here.
just because we didn't really go through it before. What is Allied Universal?
So Ally Universal Security Services offer man guarding security services. So that's where you see the security professional, on a site, patrolling, just making sure that they act as a deterrent for criminal activities. And we do provide armed and unarmed, but in most cases, I've only had the opportunity to quote unarmed services. We also offer patrol services in which, from let's say 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. in the morning, there's a security professional who patrol. They're like stopped through each site. It's random. So there's like a criminal or somebody who wants to break in, and he knows, oh, okay, there's a security guy who's going to come and check in at a certain time. Well, we don't do that. We do it randomly so that they can't, you know, track that time. So, and that's only like a quick, 15 minutes, kind of check around the premise and then leave. We also offer risk advisory and consultant services. We offer technology services, so very high tech as far as like, the robots, the any GSOC type of security services, monitoring system, very high tech security system. We offer that. We are national and international. So we have a presence in the United States, of course, but also in Canada, in Mexico, in the UK. So there is no shortage of services that we can provide in any, given space right now. And then we're growing is what I can just say. We're growing more so. And then also we do event services. So there's event service, let's say like, you have a special event, like maybe, for example, maybe let's say a movie star or a rock star is coming through and he needs the bodyguard or security service, and we do that. And then we also do, and this is more so in the South Bay. There is a South Bay rep, but we offer janitorial services. I don't do any of that. I don't push that. That's not my vertical. I don't do that at all. And they are a different, if you will. I mean, it's part of Ally, but they act like a different company. So
Yeah,
the business development manager, where you are a business development manager for Allied Security Services, you don't do janitorial.
yeah, yeah. That would
Yeah.
make sense, because then you're not stepping on any toes, but you can also work with your other allied companion, and you guys can kind of feed off of each other and what to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
If anyone want to get in contact with me, my cell number is 510-225-8957, or my email address, diana.lebearby@aus.com.
Nice. Thank you so much. Do you know if there's any opportunities that or are there any open opportunities at Allied Universal?
There are so many opportunities that are
Would they
open.
find that
Yes.
information?
Yes, there's so many opportunities, from being a security professional to account managers to client managers to recruiting to human resource. We are huge.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah,
then you
so
just go to your website and then they would have the information. I'll put it below as well.
yep,
So
yep.
okay,
Just go
cool.
into job posting career and you'll see everything that's listed in the area.
Cool. And then words of advice, if you have any, or just anything you want to send us off with?
Word of advice, I first thing come to my mind is basically really treasure your time. Before this whole COVID, I mean, we move through life so fast that we really don't take the time to really cherish and even pay respect to our time with our loved ones, our time with ourselves, our time. Time to me is so important because you just never know. There are people dying of this COVID, and who would have thought? Who would know that, their time is up? So I think really just respect your time with people you love, and just not take anything for granted. I mean, really embrace every relationship you have, and it's just not worth it to be more positive than be negative. Look
Yeah.
for the positive in people versus negative. Look for give people benefit of the doubt before trying to already, judge them.
Yeah, exactly.
To be honest, you know what I learned? Keep positive people around, and the negative one, just let them go.
Kind of using your words of advice of making the most out of the time that we have, but also utilizing the resources that we have to connect people. And also, pretty much like the only thing that really matters to me, I want to bring value to the viewers. I want to bring value to friends. I want to find ways to get people connected. I mean,
You're so sweet. You're so sweet to do this. So this is not for BOMA. This is just you doing this on your own Instagram, kind of connecting all the CRE folks together, whether it be vendors or PMs and what have you. That's so great. It's such a great thing. And like you said, you're a tech savvy gal, so you're able to utilize these platforms to do this and stay connected. So do you, boo. But yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, spread that positivity, and it'll all come into play, and make that connection like you've been doing. Everybody and their mama, so anybody that need business is going to send them your way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And again, appreciate you. So happy to have you on here, and obviously put everything in the past behind us, and then letting you know.
I love you. And when you asked me that, I was like, this girl is she has such a fucking big heart, and she's just so positive. Because honestly, I don't know if I'd be doing the same. I'll maybe be holding a grudge. I don't know, and for some immature motherfucker, you definitely know that they're not gonna reach out and talk to the person that they have beef with, whether it be, personal or professional. It's just says a lot about your character, and I really appreciate it. I really appreciate to be able to be in your circle.
Thank you. Me too. I'm glad that you're in my circle too.